Hi guys! In this video, we're creating a fun photo booth using React.js. It's a really nice project to do if you have around 4 to 5 hours to just sit down and have a nice coding session. I really enjoyed making it and I hope you enjoy it too. So without further ado, let's get coding and have some fun! In this project, we'll be able to select a frame, and when you take pictures, it counts down from 3 to 1, and if you don't like it, you can redo it and also add stickers, and you can download the pictures. The other option is to just upload, and you can drag and drop and adjust however you like. So let's create our React app. It'll take a few minutes. And when we get there, we just go into the folder and we install React Webcam. Then we open VS Code. In our source folder, we want to have our component, which is Photobooth.js. Then in our public folder, we want some assets. We have fonts, frames, and stickers. While I was coding, I made a mistake and imported the other folders like stickers and frames into the fonts folder. Don't be like me and put it in the right folder, which should be in the main assets folder. Now we want to work on our app.js file. We're going to import React, and we're also going to import our photo booth component. Also our logo. The main purpose here is we're going to create the navbar with the logo and the brand name. And most of these here are just styling, so I fast forward the video a lot. If you need to, you can pause and read the code. We have our image right here, and next to that we'll have our text. And that's our navbar. And we want to have our styling, so we create styles and global.css. It's mostly just fonts. And we'll import our global.css right here. And this is the part where we are going to import our photo booth component. And this is the styling we want. We want it centered both vertically and horizontally. Great, now let's import React, and we're gonna use 3 things here, like use reference, use effects, and use state. To recap, use reference is to reference to HTML elements like canvas and webcam that we're going to use, and use state is to get stickers and frames, and for use effects is to react to those state changes, like if we make changes to the stickers or frames, then how do we want to react to that? Awesome, and now we're importing the frame and stickers. Let's specify the video constraints. Remember, these width and height are going to be dependent on the frame that you're using. If you're using the same frame as me, then these are good. But if you're using a different one, you might have to do a couple of tries to adjust and figure out which ones work best. The same goes for the slots right here. You might have to readjust it to your new frame that you use. Run our code right now, we will just see the normal React page. First, we need to specify our constant, and we have 2 selected frame and mode. For mode, we're going to have 2 different modes, photo for photo booth and decorate for the sticker section. Before all of that, we need to create our top bar first, and it will have our button for the back button and we'll have our text that says like select a frame, smile, or decorate. If we don't have a selected frame, we want the sentence selected frame, and if not, if it's mode, then smile. If it's photo, then smile. If not, it's decorate. And I want them to look pretty, so I added some fancy text right there, and also an arrow for the back button. And just a bunch of styling that we have to do. For now, we're not going to add our on click yet. And this is where we are going to map every frame that we have. We're going to map our frame options with the file name. And if the selected frame is source, then we will say is selected equal to true. Then we're going to return the image of every frame options that we have. And when we click on it, we want to set our selected frame as this current frame. I have an error here, it should be set selected frame instead of selected frame. And on mouse enter is for hover, so if we hover it, we want our pinkish box shadow, and if we remove it, then we want our grayish one. And we also want to scale it up a little bit when we hover and scale it down to the original scale when we leave. Just a bunch more styling here. To drop all the CSS, so feel free to pause and look at it. This is what we have right now, but the issue is we don't want the button when we're selecting frames, so we're going to fix that. This is the most exciting part of our project. So very first thing, we're going to create our constants, and we're going to use state. And we need photos, and we need photo count to keep track of how many photos we have either taken or uploaded. And can take photo is to store whether the user had allowed the camera on your browser. And dragging photo is when users drag the photo to readjust it for the ones that they uploaded. And the drag offset is the offset that the user has dragged to offset it from the slot. And countdown is just 3, 2, 1 before the users take photos. And row is just styling. Okay, our very first use effect. This is for whenever the selected frame changes. If we don't have a selected frame, then we don't care about this, so we'll skip. If we do have it though, we want to create a new image, and we want to specify the image source to be the selected frame. And we also want a reference so that we can use it in the other parts of our code. is the key to all of everything, is draw canvas. So we create a new canvas, and if the canvas nor the frame exists, then we don't care about this. But if we do, then we're going to create a 2D canvas, and we're specifying our width and height using our reference, which is basically the frame that we selected. So we're using the canvas width and height from our frame's width and height. Every photo, you want to find the slot that it belongs to, and we're going to draw it to the aspect ratio of the slot that we want on the frame, and also considering the offset that user might have dragged. Then we're going to create a max for the picture using our slot's width and height. And cdx.clip just meant it's a clipping max. Then we draw the image. And we're drawing another image on top of it, which is the frame. And after all of this is done, we are going to create a use effect that is whenever there's a change in photos, then we want to draw the canvas, and whenever there's a change in photo count, we want to redraw the canvas. And later we're going to add the stickers and the sticker count, select the sticker, but that's a later problem. For now, we're going to do another function, which is adding the photos. Let's just reorganize everything. There is going to be a bunch of functions for photos, like add photo, delete photo, and the ones from before were for frames. Okay. If we have more than 4 photos, then we don't want to add any more photos. We're scaling down the photo according to the aspect ratio of the slot width. And if the height is too long, then we're just centering it onto the slot. And we're going to store the data of the photos source and photo count and their scale and also their offsets. Then we're going to set that it's true that we can take photos, and we're also going to update the photo count. And if the photo count is 4, then we're going to set our mode to decorate. Take photo now function is to basically tell the webcam that it's now time to take a screenshot. And every time we do that, we create a new image and we specify the image source. Then we add a photo. And we use the take photo now function in our capture photo function. And what this function does is that it helps with the countdown. So initially we would set the countdown to 3 whenever this function is called. This function happens whenever we click the take photo button. And what it does is every second that has passed, we just remove our current into -1. And if current is 0, meaning the countdown ended, then we're going to take a photo. Our next function is to upload photo. So what we do is we get the target file that the user has uploaded. And if no file is selected, then we don't care. And we're going to read it using file reader. So if the reader has completed loading it, we're going to create a new image and we're going to use our add photo function. Then we're going to read it as the data URL and we reset our target to empty so we can upload the same photo again for the different slot. Redo last photo is basically removing the photo, the very last photo from the photo array. So we're using slice. Okay, now we're going to handle photo dragging. First, the user need to click the photo, so that's where handle mouse down comes in. And we only want the user to be able to drag or click the photos only one is in photo mode. We don't want them to do it in decorate. So we're going to go through every photo and we're going to get their information, and we're also going to get their positions. And we're going to check if the photo is the one that's clicked. And if it is, then we're going to set the dragging photo as the current photo. And we're also going to store the drag offset. Next up, when the mouse move, meaning when the user starts dragging. We're going to get the coordinate of the mouse, and only when it's in our photo mode, then we're going to update our photo data. We're going to take our previously stored data and we're going to update it using the slot that is in now and the offset. What we're doing right now is we're clamping it to the slot so the photo does not exceed the boundaries that we want the photos to be in. Oh god, I really need to fix the vocab. Okay. This function is very important because it helps us find where the mouse is, either it's clicked or dragged, and we get the canvas position and also the size on the screen, and it also converts our screen pixels into canvas pixels so that we make dragging accurate. Without this function, it's not going to work. Finally, our last function for our photo booth is handle mouse up. That is when user release their mouse button and release the drag. If we're in photo mode, then we will want to have our webcam, and we also want our countdown over it, so that's going to be an overlay. Our webcam specifications, we don't want audio, and we're adding a reference, and we want our image to be PNGs, and ironically mirrored true actually doesn't mirror, so. And these are our countdown styling. Feel free to pause and read it. Next up, on the right of our, at the bottom of our webcam, we're having our buttons. So we'll have our take photo button, that is when we can take photo. And we're also gonna have our upload. And if there's more than one photo, we want to add a redo button. See how it's very satisfying after we have written our functions and now we can join it to our UI. It's pretty awesome. Now we're going to display our frame and we're using canvas. And of course we have our reference to the canvas. We're going to have all of our mouse down, mouse move, mouse up functions here. So this is what you should have right now. You can select a frame and you can take photo and you can redo it. Awesome. Okay, we're in our very last part, and just like the previous ones, we're going to start with our constants. We'll have stickers and dragging sticker to keep track of the sticker that's getting dragged, and also select a sticker to see if any sticker is selected. Now we are in our draw canvas function, and similar to what we did to the photos, we're going to look through all the stickers and we're going to draw up our image using the info. And if it's to select a sticker, then we want to have a little rectangle around it, a little right rectangle around it to know that, to help the user know that which one's being selected. Then we're going to add that to our use effect. So whenever there's a change in stickers or selected a sticker, we want to redraw the canvas. Now we want to write a function for the back button. So if we're in decorate mode, then we would want to go back to our photo mode when the back button is clicked. Then we want to take photo, can take photo is false, set stickers will be empty, and no more select a sticker. But if we're not in decorate mode, that means we're either in photo mode or select frame mode. So we want to null out everything and start from scratch-ish. Okay, so in our draw canvas function, if it's sticker mode, then we want to go through all of the stickers and check if it's within the bounds. And if it's true, then we're gonna set this as the sticker that's getting dragged and the sticker that's getting selected. And we want to set the drag offset so that we can keep track of it. And now we have to add our set drag and sticker null to when the mouse button is released. And we do the same for mouse move. If there's a dragging sticker and if we're in decorate mode, then we want to update our stickers data, like where is the X coordinate, where's the Y coordinate, and everything else. And now to delete the sticker, we are going to use our use effect. And user can either use the delete button or the backspace button to delete a sticker. And we're going to remove the sticker that's selected. And this will run whenever the select the sticker or the mode changes. And for this to work, we need to add our add even listener for key down. Then we want to make sure to remove it after we're done. Our add sticker function is similar to our add photo. We create a new image and we specify the image source as the source. And when it's done loading, then we set our stickers location. And for downloading the photo, we need to create an A tag, and for our reference, we use our canvas reference, and we download it using a photostrip.png file name, and we click the reference. And now we can finally update the onClick function for the back button. We're going to map our all the sticker options that we have, and if that's, of course, if we are in decorate mode. Then for every sticker source that we have, we're going to create an image, and if we click on it, we want to use our add sticker function so we can add that to our array. And on the right side of our canvas, we want to add our download button under the canvas. And of course, our stylings. We want the button to be centered. And when we click on the button, we want to be able to download the photo. And this is our final product. We can add sticker, we can delete sticker. Hi, if you're seeing this, you made it to the very end of the video. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye for now!